Hello friends, this is Tammy, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to do a flip through of the coloring book, Romantic Country, Kokot, a land of beautiful towering castles, a fantasy coloring book. The first thing you'll notice on this book is that this cover is in color. It's actually somewhat of a protective sleeve, and then the cover of the actual book is this cardboard material with a pattern that can be colored on it. So here's the first pages to color, and this is just a little story about this girl who, as a youngster, had an imagination, and she imagined this this place called Kokot, and this is how she pictured it in her mind. So she went ahead and drew a coloring book. In the beginning, there's lots of things in here you can read. She has whole stories with the book. Chapter 1, Hill and Town Overlooking a Clock Tower. But with this book, it was all drawn with ink and toothpicks. At the beginning, she has a story where she was, she had bought some ink and she was overly zealous, and she got home and realized that she didn't have a dip pen to dip her ink in to draw her pictures or do her writing or anything. So she decided to use toothpicks, and she actually liked the way that it turned out so well, and you can get so many different textures and stuff. Chapter 2, Stories of Castles, that she decided to go ahead and continue drawing in toothpicks because of the different sizes of lines and everything that you can get with the toothpicks. All of the pages also have this goose on them. I don't know if it's actually, something to search them out, but they are there. Pages like this, there was also a stamp page back there that I had colored in some. Instead of coloring this all at once, if I'm going to do a page and I'm not for sure about the colors, I'll go ahead and do one small section on that page, just to test out my colors to make sure that they go together and look good together. Some doll clothes. This is a very beautiful book. I actually haven't seen a lot on this. There's chapter 3, The Village-scape with Beautiful Forests and Lakes. I actually haven't seen a lot on this on the internet, and it really is beautiful. As you can see, I colored that one already. It's a lovely book. You can search on Pinterest or Google, and you will find some stuff, some pages that have been colored and stuff, but not near as many as with a lot of the other popular coloring books. And I have had this for a few months, so I have colored a few pages in it, so it's not going to be totally blank in here. There's a chapter 4, A Town Where Genial People Live. And again, this is one where I would probably just test out my colors. Make sure that whatever I'm coloring is going to go together. I have seen some pictures online of this page that looks really, really phenomenal. I'm kind of a beginning amateur colorer. I don't plan on, selling anything or nothing like that, so I'm not super worried about being just perfect, but there are some really beautiful pages online that people have colored. Chapter 5, Windmills, a Symbol of This Village. There's another page that I've colored. And then here in the back, there's a page, well, several pages, that tell you her personal history, like the Polaris Clock Tower in Stone House. You can see the Polaris Clock Tower from anywhere in town. At noon, the beautiful sound of its bells echoes all around the land. Excuse me. So just a little snippet of how she pictures this. The flowers swing. Every spring, a swing made out of flowers mysteriously appears somewhere in the country. Since nobody knows who made it, it has been rumored that it might be the act of a witch. And then there's also an attached poster. You can put it on the wall. Mine has a little rip in it. You can fold this out, and it tells you everything to do, but when you're done with all of your cutting and taping and everything you're supposed to do, it actually ends up being 3D. So there's that. And I'm assuming this is probably the people that you put your clothes on from the front. So here's a picture. That's what it's supposed to look like when it's done, and you've got your bear and your girl and your goose and, you know, everything there. So that's it. That's the book. If you have any questions, make comments, make sure and leave them below. Again, this is a very nice one. It's got a lot of different pictures in it, and all drawn by toothpicks. Make sure and comment and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Thanks.